Couple of moments, I can tell you. Indonesia main team, their A team will be here, and these will be one of the favourites for taking this Axiata Cup, this men's team competition. Similar format to, of course, the Thomas Cup in terms of team, but everyone expects either Malaysia or Indonesia to be in the frame at the end. And here we have now the Indonesian heroes. And in recent years, we've never seen anyone finer. But look, after so many problems, we've got Sunny Dwi Kunchoro coming up first. He's had lots of health problems recently. Aha! Wow! Marcus Kido with, of course, we've got Hendra Setiawan as well. Mohamed Hassan will be there, Bona Septano. Well, on my list, I do have also Taufik Hidayat. Mohamed Hassan, Bona Septano, Sunny Dwi Kunchoro, and guess who? Former world champion, former Olympic champion in 2004 out of Athens. The following year in the USA, he won the World Championships in Anaheim, of course. And now, with a wonderful look of contentment, he's enjoying his sport now just as much as he ever did, I can tell you. Taufik Hidayat, the true great of modern badminton. We are in the land of badminton, Indonesia. What a privilege. I remember at Istora Senayan, just across the park from here, witnessing the Thomas and Uber Cup competitions, and it was just mind-blowing. The fanaticism of the crowd, the atmosphere, the extraordinary outpouring of emotion. It was something special. This guy was involved in those days, Taufik Hidayat. And I tell you, it's not a guarantee that he takes this first match up either, because he's against one of the great Asian players as well. Tien Minh has been there since a very young lad. 10-year-old, he was introduced to the sport, and I can tell you now, he became a professional player at the age of 18 and is now a fantastic representative and ambassador of the sport for Vietnam. He's small in size, but very much bigger in heart. And Tien Minh will be out there to upset the clear favourite and the crowd favourite here, Taufik Hidayat. Indonesia definitely representing here, Indonesia Garuda, of course the national bird emblem. Will be expecting a victory here through Taufik. Olympic gold medalist I mentioned before in 2004, world title the year later. Been on the scene as a precocious 19-year-old, and he's now 30. So 11 years since he was the king of Indonesian badminton. Simon has now taken over. Simon Santoso, and in fact, is a little bit higher than Taufik in the Indonesian rankings. 9th in the world is Simon Santoso. Taufik is ranked at 11 in the world. But, well, it's still going to be a very tight battle here. The crowd and everyone watching in Indonesia will certainly expect Taufik to do his business, especially at home. 6-time Indonesian title holder. the Indonesian Open title holder. He's looking good, he's looking relaxed, smart. Sometimes we just worry about his intensity. He's a notoriously slow starter, but when the pressure is on and when there's money at stake, I dare say, there's $1 million prize money at stake for this Axiata Cup, and to attract a player like Taufik and of course Vietnam's Tien Minh, this is for real, this is serious. There's a little pall of smoke still hanging over the stadium here at Senayan Indoor Tennis Stadium. There you can see through the smoke to the crowd, having that official entry, the smoke and the lights. But we're now ready to roll in just a couple of moments. Kriang Seng Tong Tuk is the umpire in the chair. Teo Kian Ju, the Malaysian service judge, is there as well. And we are ready to start the second match in the Axiata preliminary rounds, men's team event. Good first point there for Tien Minh. Axiata Cup, and of course the title sponsor, one of Asia's largest telecoms companies, hailing from Malaysia, with brands like XL, Celcom and so on. And they've done a brilliant job in bringing this to us. It's a brilliant second rally, isn't it? Absolutely magnificent. It's Tien Minh that takes it off an error at the net by Taufik, but it was an absolutely superb rally, full of variety, full of pace, full of action all around the court. It was excellent. Great recovery in the middle of that rally from Tien Minh. He eventually wins the point at 2-0. Taufik won't like to have long rallies. He will be wanting to kill them. The 30-year-old is not as fit as he used to be. He's still amazingly fit, but Tien Minh is a special player as well. Look at that reverse. Great backhand for three. Wow. He was 19 when he defeated long-time national champion Phu Chiong in Vietnam. That was in 2002. And he's been at the top of the Vietnam tree ever since. Brilliant. First point on the board for Taufik Hidayat. 1-3. And the whistles and the horns and the drums are all around the Senayan Tennis Center. That's out. If you've just tuned in, you're watching the Axiata Cup preliminary rounds. We are in Jakarta, and it is the best team in Indonesia, Garuda, who are playing at the moment against Vietnam in this preliminary round. Taufik Hidayat is now in service at 2-4. Tien Minh for Vietnam is receiving in the preliminary first matchup. Malaysia beat Singapore by 3-0. Each of them went to 3, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. And they are the second stringers for Malaysia, the Malaysian Leopards. These are the top players for the Indonesian team. Taufik is short at the net. It's 5-2, but how on earth does he just stand there, just behind the tee, and get these shuttles back time and time again. He's got an extraordinary eye. His natural, innate talent is better than anyone else's. He's been criticised a few times, but maybe not putting in the punishing training sessions. But with the natural talent he's got, he is just special. Without question, there you go. Without question, some of the best shots that will be played in this tournament will be played by Taufik Hidayat. There was one of them. Look at this. Brilliant accuracy down the line for 3-5. Tien Minh has a reputation for being resolute. He's a great defender, and he can attack as well. But Taufik is the showman. He's the guy that everybody says, wow, how did he do that? It was in. Great, great drive shot there. 4-5. There's the defender in Tien Minh. It's out. 5-all. You'll be able to tell from the crowd noise exactly who has scored, won't you? 5-all. They love him all over the world, Taufik. He does now. He does a lot of exhibition work, and he can decide where he goes to play. He is always there or thereabouts at the latter end of every tournament. And although his ambitions will not be as high as World Championships or Olympics now, he still absolutely loves this game. It's the first unforced error we've seen from Tien Minh. 6-all. Love it, love it. Absolutely wonderful badminton. It was a great rally. It's got so much charisma and style, isn't it? There's so much around that particular point that you have to admire. For the first time in this match, Taufik takes the lead. It's just wide. Good call from the line judge. I listened in to the chief referee say his introduction remarks, and above all, he said you have to keep concentration, stay alive, and be absolutely fair to everyone. Don't let home advantage sway anything in your mind. Call it as you see it. Great shot. There's a thing of poetic beauty when he plays a shot like that. You know that it's going to be dynamic and powerful, but it's so good looking. Everything is oiled and wheeled and in the right place. Oh, it sounds like I'm favouring Taufik, doesn't it? I don't mean to be quite honest. Tien Minh is a brilliant player, but I just love to commentate on Taufik's game. It's a great privilege. Well, he's missed a couple at the net there, just a little bit slovenly, just a little bit just lacking focus. It's another excellent rally for Taufik Hidayat. He just moves. Well, he moves like an extraordinary king of the court. Slides around the court. It's like an ice skater around the court. He's not that hurried. He moves so quickly, anticipates so well. It's a thing of beauty. 9-10. That's gone. And that will be an interval at 11-9. Taufik is scratching his head a little bit. He's going to have to really dig in here. The points that we see him win are spectacular. But in between, we've seen errors at the net, and we've seen several that have gone long. Tien, meanwhile, has got on with his job without fuss. He's defended brilliantly, and he's putting pressure on all the time. 11-9. It's so important for everyone that Taufik puts on a good performance. Still 2 more matches to come, of course. That will be with Bono Septano and Mohamed Hassan up against Huang Hai and Bauduk, and then Sunny Dwi Kunchoro. And I've seen his world ranking has gone way out. I remember him competing in the World Championships in Kuala Lumpur in 2000, I think it was 2007. Lin Dan blew him away there, but he has been over the years an unbelievable player, Dwi Kunchoro. But Indonesia will not want to be relying purely on Kunchoro, I can tell you. They'll want Taufik to come through as well. But he's going to struggle if Tien comes up with those kinds of shots. Well, in fact, it was short of the net, so that's a 10-11. Long service. And that's uncharacteristically wide again. Just loses concentration momentarily. Other times he's absolutely right on the money. The best backhand in the business caused that problem for Tien, although it was finished with a forehand drive. The backhand was so quick and so effective, it put pressure on Tien. 11-12, Taufik digging deep here. Good shot. That's a really good dummy. And another shot from the service. You'd expect him to get those. They're not hard. 14-11. He came back within 1 and now has let it drift out again. Again, the defense is brilliant from Tien. He's got it. Absolutely stunning. Tien was having to defend time and time again. Taufik Hidayat was in real control of that rally, but still couldn't kill it. And that could be the game right there, the first game after a very exhausting, a very tiring rally. Taufik will not enjoy that. Ooh, well, he relaxed a bit. He's normally so accurate. A little window open still for Taufik. Tien, one of the best badminton players that Vietnam has ever produced. In fact, one of the best sportsmen ever. Great mover, beautiful, relaxed action. Ooh, that would have been wide. Shorter game from Taufik. I was just about to say it's Taufik at his very, very best there. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant. But unfortunately, he was short at the net again for 17-12. And there again for 18-12. That's better target there into the body. Very good work. Well, this would be a very, very big achievement if Taufik could come back from this one. There's another point. It's 14-18. Nothing is impossible, of course, in this environment with such a great support. This is a fantastic rally, absolutely brilliant rally. I love it. Well, the crowd won't like it, of course. It's 19-14, but it was a very, very impressive rally. Both players playing every shot with great precision, very great thought as well, which is unusual too. Yeah, that's good for 15-19. This is a big one, 15-19. It's the variety of shot from Taufik that is winning so many admirers worldwide for the last 11 years since he was been on the main scene in Indonesia. 16-19. He certainly hasn't given this up, has he? He has not given this away. He does sometimes, not on this occasion. He's not. Oh, is it short? I think it was. Yeah, it's 2016. What a shame. Just clipped the top of the net there and went short. 2016, 4 game points to Vietnam and Tien. Out, I think. Yeah, it was 21-16. A big final hurrah from Taufik Hidayat. It was wide rather. So Vietnam upset the local hero and the local crowd by taking the first one by 21 points to 16. And you have to say that Tien has been the more consistent. Taufik has shown us some extraordinary shots. He has been always doing things with style, but he's missed a couple at the net, he's missed a few lines, and he hasn't ultimately been quite consistent enough when it counts. That's not to say he won't do it again. There's a lot of intensity out there. They want to have Indonesia Garuda team competing in the semi-finals, that's for sure, if not the finals. Still a long way to go in this, but Taufik getting Great support here from the crowd. A lot of them are on their feet. They should be sitting, they're not. They're just so excited at seeing him play. Well, again, I have to say it's a great undertaking, a fantastic enterprise by the Axiata Group to see that by supporting badminton in the region, that they will also be supporting their own businesses as well. That's what it's all about, the sponsorship game. Identifying with some real talent, new talent and old talent, and putting on a totally new concept like the Axiata Cup. It's just, it's fantastic. So well done TSA, well done the BAC, and also of course the organisers and the hosts of these tournaments. Well, it may be because there's quite a big crowd in this stadium now. It may be that the breeze has shifted a little bit. I can see some doors opening at my level at the moment, so maybe the breeze has shifted to behind Tien Minh. It certainly wasn't that earlier. That's great play from Taufik. Excellent play, Taufik, and well, I don't believe that Tien Minh has really mastered that breeze at the moment. It's the door is open and the breeze is coming in at exactly the level that I can see that shuttle reaches. And unless he can read it, he is going to be making that error, making the court clear to the baseline time and time again. Ah, the door is now being closed. Okay, that helps. Oh dear. Lucky Tien Minh. It's 1-2 the score. It's gone out long again. Okay, there wasn't much drift involved there, but he's certainly not controlling. The 3 points that Taufik has won, they've all gone long. And another one. It's 4 in a row that's gone out. He cannot keep making these errors. It's easy for me to sit up here in the gods and to be criticizing, but he's got to control that. In fact, the door is opened again. That's definitely a cause of concern for Tien Minh. But he's still hanging in here at 2-4 in this second, having taken the first. The live scoreboard has just gone out on the court side. You can see it's way out of function. Taufik quite content to stay in the rally at the moment. Short though. 3-4. That's wide. Well, I find that quite strange and extraordinary that every point so far in 5 has gone in favour of Taufik, but they've all been missed targets by Tien Minh. He's missed the lines every time. Oh, that's brilliant. Wow. That is absolutely stunning, and it is a nonchalant delivery, wasn't it? He just stuck out his racket. There, absolutely amazing shot. So Mr. Retriever, I think we could probably call him that, Tien Minh, was out-retrieved there by Taufik. No, not this time though. Snatched at it a little bit, and 4-6. Another one that's gone. I tell you, it is a very worrying issue, this, and it's one that I'm sure has not escaped Taufik. He will be putting that shuttle up more and more if these court clears are being missed by Tien Minh. This time he does get one in play and in court, but not before Taufik puts up a couple of really special retrieves himself. Heavily strapped right leg, you can see the thigh and the knee for Taufik Hidayat. The stresses and stretches of time. 30 years old now, and well, he will start really feeling the pain soon after so many intense battles. Just out, 6-7. Eight-6 now, and Taufik still may well be forcing a 3-gamer if he continues like this. He's now showing quite a lot, I have to say, a lot of style. A little slip there, we maybe need the mop. No. Watch the slip, there it is. Again, lots of variety to Taufik's game. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. He's now taken a 10-6 lead, and this is looking ominous. Beautiful, right in the corner, it's perfect. We haven't seen much of the hugely famous Taufik backhand smash. He hasn't had the chance to play that, but what we have seen is the wonderful Taufik placement. He is now definitely much better with his percentage success at the net. He's placing the shuttle in positions that's causing Tien Minh problems, and Tien Minh is also giving his own downfall to this game because he's missing the line. So altogether, they go to the break at 11-6, and Taufik looking much more comfortable. It's a great thrill to be here. The noise, the atmosphere, the whole badminton and Indonesia thing. They are synonymous. They're like peas in a pod, aren't they? Anything you can say about matching up, that's what badminton and Indonesia is all about. They are twins. Doesn't come much better than that. Wow. I tell you what, that was one of the best rallies. It wasn't fussy. There was no great chasing around everywhere. It was just brilliant control. Great work, Taufik. Not this time, but wow. Minh is putting pressure on, as I say. He's missed a retriever. But there's something very classy about this match. We are witnessing the best of men's singles badminton, no doubt at all. These guys are in the top echelon. But there's something about the Axiata Cup that's definitely drawing the best out of them. Oh. Oh, he just missed that one, but wow, some of these shots are leaving me open-mouthed, I have to say. It's just, wow, extraordinary. What a shame that he missed that one, but just took his eye off it, lost it in the background. I don't think there's much excuse there. There's not too many crowds moving around there, but anyway, 8-12, it's still Taufik in control of this second game. Out of play, it's 13-8. We are being treated to an extravaganza of great badminton. Love it. Oh, it's short this time. What a shame. That really is a shame, because that was something special. Again, we are getting rally after rally that makes the players dig really deep. They are playing precision stuff here. It's for the connoisseur, this match. Flat play, drop play like that. The high jump smash. It's all here, and it's really superb. Minh fighting back hard. He's coming back into this at 10-13. And the one problem, of course, that we might face is, if you're supporting Indonesia, is that Taufik might run out of steam. Oh yes, it's gone. Wow, he absolutely all over that. Jumped like a salmon to the net, got onto it, but then put it long. 14-10 in favour of Taufik Hidayat. He knows he's in a big match up here. The long serve, it's still kept in play. Brilliant defence. Haha. He is so quick on his feet, is Tien. Yeah, couldn't have played that any better. Beautiful. New shuttle. He's still got 3-point deficit, Tien, but he's got the service. Well left. Ooh, it was close, but he's still struggling in this second game. He cannot control the line. The number of times we've seen it go long. I made comment earlier, it's still continuing. It's the big problem. 15-11. Too good for 16-11. Well, you'll hear the temperature and the sound levels, the decibels rise as we watch Taufik close in on this second game. He needs it. Oh no, you cannot be serious. Ha! Now you've got to win the point, Taufik, surely. No, you can't. Wow, unbelievable. What a retrieve. Let's have a look at this one again. We surely got to see this one. This reverse behind the back is, it's not unusual to see the reverse like that, but when it comes at such speed, it never normally goes back over the net, I can tell you. But, well, I don't think we can see it. What a shame. Oh, here it comes. Hopefully, hopefully. Yep, there it is. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Well done. Absolutely amazing shot from Taufik to keep the rally going, but then he lost out at the net. 12-16. It's another service required. Well, Taufik is really perspiring here. He's having to dig in deep to get the best and the measure of Tien Minh. Great shot, it's on the line, it's a brilliant decision, and it's a fantastic shot for 17-12. Well, I've had a lot of opportunities to meet up with Taufik over the years. One great memorable moment was in Beijing, just before his matches there. He celebrates his birthday, of course, in August. And then Beijing in the 2008 Olympic Games. He was hosted with a birthday party, and 18-12 here for Indonesian Taufik Hidayat, and he brought along a load of his pals from Indonesia as well, and we had a very, very pleasant birthday around the table, and lots of great stories of his life in badminton. He is a great character. And of course, a big, big hero in this part of the world. Right, we're back to court. It's 18-12. Indonesia looking good for the second game. Just long. It's 13-18. He's making Taufik work harder and harder every rally. What a great rally, and what a great finish there for Taufik to take it. It's 19-13 in the second. And again, it's real admiration and respect from this crowd. They cannot believe what a magician Taufik is. He is definitely the Harry Potter of Indonesia. Well, he might even be the Harry Potter. Oh, look at that! Cannot believe how he got that one over. Wow, 20 points to 13. It's game point Taufik Hidayat, and the hero of Indonesian badminton continues to thrill. Short this time, but he's got so much invested in the bank here in this second game. He's got six game points that he can draw on. And now 5 game points he can withdraw. Tien Minh has got such a determined nature, though. He will not give this away. Great rally. Minh makes it 16-20. Watch out. He has taken the first game, so you're going to have a dramatic deflation of sound inside this Senayan tennis center. If Taufik loses the next 4, 5, 6 points, the trumpeters or the horn players are still doing their bit. 16-20, and Taufik raises his hand, a little bit more nerve. It's out, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Taufik the magician is just losing his magic wand at the moment. The magic wand, which is his badminton racket, is just not quite making the magic sound. He's still got 3 game points in the bag. 17-20. And now 18-20. Wow, what a fight back by Tien. Only one required from Taufik. Surely he's going to get it now, isn't he? He is! 21-18 in the second. Taufik Hidayat has leveled it up in this first Axiata Cup preliminary round competition. And I have to say that Taufik, after really impressing, just gave a little bit of a wobble as he needed to finish it off. But that, with the short serve, he put it into a position, great placement, forcing the error, makes the final point and relieves the crowd enormously. So for the 4th time in the Axiata Cup, we go to a 3rd game. It's a rubber game. And that really keeps the excitement, and of course it means that you're getting great competition, great thrill for the crowd here, and a great thrill for you at home to enjoy. Because if you're going to get rubber games, it means that it's close, very exciting, and that's exactly what the Axiata Group and TSA want you to experience. Fantastic badminton. So, this is, again, a rubber bouncing match. The rubber game about to be played. Taufik will serve it, love all at the moment. Snatched at the backhand, that's unusual. Just gone, it's 2 in favor of Tien. Yeah, well, he continued there with his very impressive net attack, coming down strongly on 2 or 3 in a row, and eventually it was too much for Tien. So it's now 1-2. Taufik will serve. Oh, great shot. It wasn't a bad play from Taufik. He put it wide onto the forehand side at the base plate, but Tien Minh right over it. Beautifully played. 3-1. Oh, a little lucky, but you have to say it had to go onto the top side of that tape in order to have a chance to go over, so it wasn't that far off perfection. Some people might argue that that actually is the perfect shot. No chance. No! Outrageous! It's no wonder that the coach is absolutely delighted with that for 3-all. You're talking about reflex. This is reflex. Unbelievable. We saw it in slow motion and it still looked unbelievable. And now at 4-3, Taufik is in the mood. And when he's in the mood, watch out. One of the most exciting players of the modern era. Certainly one of the best. And now another great cross-court forehand there from Taufik. He's got 5-3 after being 3-1 down. So 4 in a row, and that excites the crowd. The Jakarta badminton fanatics. 5-3. Wow. He's all ambition at the moment, is Taufik. Tien Minh really annoyed with himself and missing a couple of them because he is Mr. Retriever. But that was too accurate from Taufik. They will take a little break in a water down. 6-3, so he's taken the last 5 points in a row. Tien Minh back and ready to challenge. Taufik prepared just to hang off, put some powder on his hands and back onto his racket handle, of course. Still got to keep the intensity. I don't know how many million badminton fans in the world count Taufik Hidayat as their favorite player. It must be in the millions. Certainly in Jakarta and Indonesia it will be, but around the rest of the world as well. He is and has been something special. 6-3. Out. Yeah, it is definitely that drift. He wouldn't normally expect to make that kind of error. So a little breathing space then for Tien Minh at 4-6. They are stunning players. That's unlucky for Taufik not to finish that with that forehand smash shot down the line. Bit unlucky there, but again, all the action leading up to that final moment was exquisite. Yeah, too much pressure there on the smash. Taufik again, 3/4 length. He doesn't miss those very often. He put a lot more power into that than normal. Just prepared to take the gamble that was going to be too strong for Tien Minh. That paid off at 7-5. And that was a lazy backhand. They are punishing themselves at the moment, or punishing each other, I should say. It's certainly a great matchup, isn't it? 1-1 in games, 6-7 in points in the third. I love it. Absolutely brilliant. That is stunning play again. The rally developed. There was a lot of movement all to the net and all to the back as well. But look at that for a sensational drop shot. The angle on the racket. He looked as if he might play it down the line, but that one cross-court drop. Perfect. 8-6. Well, I don't care whether you watch the World Championships or the Super Series finals or whatever, you won't find a better matchup than this. This is absolutely top quality badminton. They are well matched. They're fighting for their national pride. There's a lot of money at stake. It's a new competition. It's a new venture. What could be better? Don't go away from your screens. It's 8-6 Taufik. And now 9-6 Taufik. 3 weekends of magical moments of badminton in Southeast Asia. What could be better than that, hey? Well, if Minh wasn't as fit as he was, I tell you, he would be absolutely out and dead and buried by now. The point being that he has chased everything down and done so well, but Taufik keeps coming up with some fantastic drops, and on that occasion, a big forehand smash to the body. It's excellent stuff. Don't forget he was 3-1 down. He's now 10-6 in the lead. Taufik will serve, and they will change ends when he gets another point. Oh, it was a good call by the line judge. You saw it absolutely in line as well. Very good call. So at 7-10, Taufik cannot relax, cannot take anything for granted. It's just in. Oh, magical. They will go to the break. They'll change ends at 11-7. Taufik Hidayat is now absolutely in control of this one. Just look at that. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be closer. Wow. Well, big compliments to the officials as well. The line judges have been absolutely perfect. They've seen it once. They've judged it once. We've had the privilege of looking at replays, and we've still concurred with their decisions. They have had a very good and impressive outing here the whole day. So well done, team in Jakarta. So Taufik 11-7. Third and final game. Oh, how outrageous was that? If that is not a sign of great confidence, I don't know what is. 12-7, a dynamic drop backhand from an impossible position. That is extraordinary. Taufik at his absolute best. We've seen it done so many times, but I told you earlier, the shots of the tournament, if you're going to see them, will be played by Taufik. There's one of them. Oh, a little bit loose this time. Yeah, he'll be annoyed with himself there. Very annoyed with himself. He doesn't actually wear his heart on his sleeve that often in terms of showing emotion. He's very, very within himself, very controlled. But right there, you could see, oh man, that was a crazy shot. I hope it's not going to ultimately affect the result, because he's in good shape at 4 points in the lead. Too good. It was inviting the cross court. There was a lot of space available on that forehand side of Taufik, and I have to say, Tien Minh just absolutely hit it to perfection. Great shot. This may well go down to the wire. It's Taufik needing to dig deep in his 30-year-old legs. Tien Minh, Mr. Consistency and Retriever, is also superbly fit. And they've got a good crowd here cheering on the Indonesian. All set for a real great finale in this matchup. 9-12, final moments of the match. Great shot, set it up and delivered. Brilliant play from Taufik Hidayat. Put it into the opposite corner than expected, and then came up with a super smash. We love that. 13-9. That makes an immediate statement to his opponent to say, hey, forget it. I'm in charge when I'm in Jakarta. Just short. Yeah, perfectly legitimate shot that went towards the head. Beautifully played for 14-10. Lovely stab play on receiving the serve. Too good. Again, great thinking. A lovely service that went deep, but it went to the middle. That caught Tien Minh off guard, and then followed up with a beautiful stab play to the corner, and he's frustrated. He's been running his socks off here, but he can't make any inroads into Taufik. Oh dear, Taufik. Oh, wow. And you see the coach in the background say, what the heck was that? It wasn't even in the nearest court. Well, they had a smile about the last mistake, but they'll be even more joyful at that one. 16 points to 11. Taufik making Tien Minh really stretch here. This is fabulous stuff, exciting. It gives a passion for the sport in the home of one of the homes of the sport. It's great to see, great to witness. Taufik at his best. Well, he's got a lot of the bases covered, but I tell you what, Tien Minh, he is a fighter. What a big heart. He could easily have just curled up and rolled away, but he's not. He's fighting for every single shot in the rally, not even every point, every shot. Oh dear. It's not a done deal yet, is it? 13-16 rather, with Tien Minh with the serve. Taufik making a couple of errors. But they're still smiling, so they must know more than I do. They're happy, that's the main thing. That's gone. That was his downfall in the second game. He really couldn't control it, and at this stage you do not make errors like that. 17-13, Taufik gratefully accepts that gift, a Niepi gift. Out. 18-13, well, you can see that he's scratching his head there, but wow. Actually, it's because Taufik is putting too much pressure on him. He's forcing the errors. He needs to get too close to the lines. And of course, sometimes you're going to miss them. 18-13. It's all going Indonesia's way. Good work. Taufik just held off for a fraction of a second and missed the opportunity to retrieve. 14-18. This, you'd have to say, this is be Tien Minh's last chance to hang in this match. It's going to go high. Yep. It was just out. That has been the downfall of Tien Minh. He's missed the lines, up the baseline in particular. Just a little bit overplayed that one, and Sonny Duik and Choro will be coming. He was on the right of screen. He will be coming to court after the doubles to play the second singles. 19-14 Taufik. Indonesia rings out around here, and that is 20-14. That is match point. Taufik Hidayat, and what thrill, what pleasure his play gives to so many millions of people in this country. It is the perfect net shot to go off the top of the net and just fall over. Indonesia is the cry. Match point is the situation. Great shot from Tien Minh. He's not giving it away. Great angle on the racket, beautifully played. Lovely arm lift to steady it and to get into good position to play. It was excellent. Taufik stretches. You could do without that at the final moments of a third gamer, should I say. But he's still got 5 game points. His receiving serve. 15-20. Match points, Taufik. That's it. Taufik Hidayat has put the first points on the board for Indonesia Garuda in this Axiata Cup 2012. It's been a fabulous battle. Nguyen Tien Minh put up a great battle. He took the first game, but Taufik then showed his mettle, showed his brilliance on the court, and I have to say that has set things alight here inside this Senayan tennis center. It's absolutely brilliant atmosphere. Taufik Hidayat, the 30-year-old former Olympic and world champion, has lost none of his charisma, lost none of his style. He might have lost a bit of speed and perhaps ultimately a little bit of consistency, but there is the score. He still reigns supreme in Jakarta. He's won this one against Vietnam by 2 games to 1.